The ordeal came a few days later when he and Lisa sat down to talk about their finances. The reality of his job loss had finally caught up with them, and the weight of it was overwhelming. He'd been avoiding this conversation for weeks, hoping things would get better on their own, but now it was undeniable. Bills were piling up, and the uncertainty of their future loomed over them like a storm cloud. The job search wasn't going well. There were no offers, no interviews lined up, and with every passing day, he felt more and more like a failure. He could see the worry in Lisa's eyes, the way her smile didn't reach her eyes anymore. They both knew the pressure was mounting. He wanted to be the man who could reassure her, who could tell her everything was going to be okay. But all he could do was stare at the numbers on the page, feeling smaller with each passing second. "I don't know what to do, Lyle," Lisa said, her voice trembling. "I know this isn't easy for you, but I can't carry this alone. We need to figure this out together." The tears that welled up in his eyes were more than just frustration or fear. They were a realization. He had been so focused on the fear of failure that he hadn't realized he wasn't facing this challenge alone. He and Lisa were a team, and he needed to trust her, trust them, instead of carrying the weight of it all on his own. He had to let go of his pride and admit that it wasn't just his future at stake, it was his family's. He finally broke down, telling Lisa everything he had been holding in. The pressure, the fear of not being good enough, of failing her, of failing Ethan. No longer could he keep pretending that he had it all together. In that moment, he realized something fundamental. This wasn't just about fear of losing a job. It was about fear of losing control, of not being able to provide the life he had always imagined for his family. And the truth hit him harder than he expected. I didn't need to have it all figured out right now, he thought. What he needed was to be present, to be vulnerable, and to accept the help and support that was available to him.